how's it going there today, everybody? This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So today I want to talk about the grip. So a lot of times, like when I throw, I do a power grip, thumb up high, not flat. I like the pressure down with a thumb up high. And then I do, the 4 fingers under the bottom. Your standard power grip. So I injured my wrist on my right hand a while ago. And that's, my throwing hand. And I wasn't able to move my wrist backwards like that, I guess. You can see how the disc is, I'm straight. And I was having a hard time bending it backwards. So I think I started to kind of change my grip, because, of the injury on my wrist. I didn't hurt it playing disc golf, but it's been through this last year of playing, it's just been really hard to throw a backhand. I've been throwing a lot of forehands, because the wrist goes forward on that one, and then the backhand, it's got to go backwards, but I can't bend my wrist. So I did the old school medicine. I ignored it. And, it's been about, 10 months, but I just noticed that it's cleared out. So my wrist is back to normal, But the first thing I kind of noticed was I was throwing the disc and it felt like I didn't have a good snap on the disc. So I don't know if I kind of picked up a bad habit when my wrist was hurt, but now that, I've been throwing it and my wrist is back, I noticed that my back grip, my pinky was not really pushing in on the disc. I was kind of doing, the first 2 fingers, and my pinky was kind of just sitting on the rim. So it wasn't really helping to hold the disc. And so I was just throwing, and it just feels like it's popping out early on me. It just feels like I'm not getting a good hit on the disc. And then I kind of, like I said, I realized like my pinky wasn't under the rim and pushing in on the grip. So I don't know if that's just something, I was just kind of, noticed that my throw wasn't as hard. And then I kind of realized my grip changed. So if you're throwing your disc, and just make sure you get good pressure on that back pinky. I notice, if you get a nice, push down with the wrist, and then get that pinky pulling the disc back into the palm, it really seems to, livened up my throw again. It kind of seems like it's coming out harder. I'm getting a better snap on the disc. So, so like I said, I don't know, because like I said, I injured my wrist, so I might have changed my grip some. But you got to make sure that you got a good grip on your disc, And I really noticed that not having that pinky, pressuring in, I think has, really slowed down, my hit. And like I said, I just noticed, with the pinky in there that I've been throwing harder now, with that better, grip, So just make sure you pressure in with the, that pinky. So it's kind of like, the thumb, pointer finger, and then, really kind of pull that pinky back in. And give that a try if that's something you haven't really thought about on your grip. Just, because the middle 2 fingers are, it's not as easy to push those tight. Like if you pull the pinky off and you just kind of pull with those 2 middles, it's not as tight. It really comes into that pinky and the thumb and the pointer finger. At least that's what it kind of seems to me. Like I have more grip, from those 2, holding the disc. So anyways, it's just a thought, something for you to try if you haven't really been paying attention to your grip. Just make sure you got a really good sound grip, nice and tight. You know, get that wrist down when you throw, and see if it just helps, you know, give you a little better pop when you release the disc. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. Don't forget to subscribe.